Okay. So basically, though we have been discussing about competencies, let's check the basics again.
Ji.
So this session focuses on what exactly is competency mapping, how are the assessments done, which you have also done.
Okay.
We'll understand the concept of assessment centers, and we'll also
Ji.
see how to create a competency framework or how to create a competency map. So we'll start with the basic on how what exactly is
Okay.
mapping, how it benefits, how we do the assessment, and then how we create a competency map. So coming back to it, 1 second. We know what a competency mapping is.
Okay.
We basically we map the capabilities and talent that the employees have. We use competency mapping to match the capabilities
Ji.
and talent of personnel with the specific job task and organizational needs. Now again, it's very important concept here. There is nothing called generic. There is nothing called standard. It is all related to the task and duties and responsibilities that an individual job role has. And to accomplish those duties and tasks and responsibilities, what are those capabilities and talent is needed. So competency mapping is used to map those
Okay.
skills and talent to a particular job role, which means that this talent will help this person to perform in the job.
Hmm.
The technique involves conducting a job analysis to draft a job description based on the key competencies. Having a competency map
Okay.
makes it easier for firms to identify qualified candidates, assess performance, focus training effects, and enhance overall productivity. Now, first thing first, a lot of companies and lot of HRs get confused. Who would be the right candidate for the job? So now let's say I'm hiring for a particular position. So if the basic job description at Maxis gives you what should be the qualification and experience, and all the matchmaking and resume searching and resume screening is done on the basis of qualification and the experience. But unfortunately, they both are not complete. A person with the right qualification, person with the most relevant experience may still be a failure at the job, because the performance in the job is not just a result of knowledge and skills. It is a result of the inherent abilities that a candidate brings in. So a competency map helps us identifying the qualified candidates. It helps us identify who would be good for the job in assessing performance, which is also your assessment, and what trainings are needed in order to improve their performance, enhance their performance, and hence overall productivity. So that's what a competency basically helps us in doing. So competency mapping is a process of identifying those inherent abilities that that a candidate must have in order to perform in a particular job. The root comes out of the
Yes.
job analysis. If the job analysis is thoroughly done,
Yes.
it will help us understand what should be
Yeah.
the skills and abilities that are good for the job. So that's the process of
Yes.
competency mapping. Now there are different
Yes, sir.
approaches. Assessment center is one, and I'm sure you would have
Okay.
read about assessment center.
Yes.
So assessment center.
Yes. I know about
Hmm.
assessment centers.
So
So,
tell me.
yeah, please.
No, no, you were saying something.
No, no, kindly move forward. Oh,
Okay. So assessment center basically
yeah.
it's a series of assessment that help us in
Yeah.
identifying, that help us in assessing different abilities that a person must have. Now it's not about a single
Okay.
attribute. It is about series of
Yes.
attributes. The best example of assessment centers could be seen in the army. If you see in Indian Army, we have this NDA,
Okay.
no? The NDA selection process.
Yes, sir.
If you see, it's a combination of physical, mental, and emotional thing.
Yes.
There are physical tests. They make you run, they make you climb, they make you jump, all
Yes.
those
Yes.
things. So they basically check your physical attributes.
Yes.
Then they also take, your cognitive elements, those
Mm.
mathematical reasoning, logical abilities, all those assessment. So they evaluate
Yes.
your emotional, your cognitive element, ki how
Yes.
well you can think of. And then they are also emotional test, those stress test. They put you under
Yeah.
stress and they see how you react to it. So basically,
Yes.
they check every other attribute of yours, your physical attribute, your emotional attribute,
Yes.
and your thinking abilities or the
The
cognitive
stress.
elements. And these are the three things
Yes.
that you possess as an individual. So assessment
Yes.
center methodology involves situational observation to evaluate performance and growth potential of candidate relative to specific
Yeah.
job attributes. Now there is nothing called structure, nothing called standard test here.
Okay.
Which assessment would be good depends on the situation, depends on what you are trying to assess. The real assessment centers which happen, a lot of you know, lot of tests are created, lot of assessments are created to evaluate certain skills. Assessment
Okay.
center, as I gave you an example of Indian Army, mostly the other corporates,
Yeah.
when it comes to corporate, assessment
Yeah.
centers are generally done to review employee performance. It's a big tool to
Okay.
identifying,
Okay.
the gaps in performance management. Not
G.
many companies do this, but whoever which does this, they are also
Yes.
to. But then there are companies which do a lot of at the time of selection as well. In fact, a civil services exam, if you see,
Yes.
though they may not check they may not check the physical attributes, but the emotional and the cognitive elements, the kind of interviews that they take, they test these two elements, no? So assessment center basically is a methodology to observe the potential and evaluate your parameters there. And this is very specific to the job attributes, and this is very specific to what we are trying to evaluate.
Okay.
But why this reference came here? Because assessment center eventually assesses your behavior, your competencies. So
Okay.
assessment center is one methodology where your competencies are assessed. The other could be your personal
Yes.
interviews. Like you said, no, you also did those structured interviews, the competency
Structure
based,
interview. Yes.
So those interviews are again,
Competency.
you basically try to judge or try to evaluate the attributes of a candidate. So if you ask
G.
difficult questions in the interview, it is not to pull the candidate down, but it is to assess how well he is going to respond to those difficult
Oh, not
questions.
at all.
So that's where personal interviews where
Very true, sir.
again evaluates the cognitive elements and the behavioral elements. You can have questionnaires or the assessments, like MBTI was one questionnaire. You would have done TAT. You would have done those 4 5 tests, no? TAT, MBTI, and which one? Anyone, anything other? PSI and RSI, right? I'm not able to hear you.
See,
Ah, now I can hear you.
there MBTI. Okay. MBTI means mini AI was there.
Hmm.
Uh, just hold on.
Yeah.
आमिर वो दे दो ऊपर. Now light has come. So I'm just going upstairs.
Acha, there was no power.
No power. Since now we can carry on.
Okay. So,
Yes.
what all assessments you have done in psychometrics?
It was a PSI, very well known as a mini MBTI
Hmm.
and Richmond survey interview.
Hmm.
Apart from it, some WAT was there, word appreciation test, and TAT, thematic perception test.
TAT was there.
Yeah, it was a projection test.
Uh-huh.
How a person react to particular
Correct.
pictures.
So
Like I had
basically,
also appeared for
hmm.
this particular TET in army selection also. Means
Acha.
I've been selected for CDS examination twice
Okay.
and given interview also
Hmm.
in Bhopal and Itarsi,
Okay.
Allahabad.
Okay. So
So there I
basically,
came across this assessment center.
this is becoming a lot
Okay, how
common
they
now.
judge a person.
This
Yes,
is
yes,
becoming a lot common these days. A lot of
yes,
companies, small or big, have started using psychometrics. Though it's
yes.
unfortunate because not many of them know how to read the report because their expectation
Mm,
is that a result will come. But since you have done all
exactly.
these psychometric assessments, you know that there are no results.
Yeah.
There are only
No.
observations, and you have to infer
Yes.
what these observations mean.
Mm.
And this is where a lot of HRs fail because they are not able to read those reports. Then there
I
is
just
some.
like to add over here one thing,
Hmm.
like this psychometric test, like the projection test, I had used for the school teachers.
Hmm.
Means when I have done with 108 school teachers, the psychometric
Hmm.
assessment like mini MBTI, RSI,
Hmm.
and TET. Even HTP was also there. House tree and person. A
Hmm.
drawing was there.
Hmm.
So when going through the entire thing,
Hmm.
it comes into my mind कि somewhere each and every person is going through some situation or trauma,
Correct.
and how he react to that particular thing, it is somewhere in his or her subconscious mind, and
Hmm.
in that way he perceives the outer world.
That is what. And see,
Yeah.
this is why I generally don't conduct TAT.
Okay.
The TAT needs a great expertise on psychology.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
See, MBTI and all are pretty, they're easier to predict.
Because
But
just I think ready-made materials are there
exactly.
available.
But when it comes to TAT, and
Yeah.
TAT can open a Pandora.
Exactly, sir.
You
Exactly.
never know what you discover.
Yeah.
And unless you are a qualified thing, you
Mhm.
understand psychology,
Yeah.
your observation might lead to a very wrong understanding.
Yes. Yes.
See, because TAT is so dangerous, the
Yeah.
all inherent your internal, inhibitions come out.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
And that when we were doing this and when the
Mhm.
sheets were given to us,
Okay.
we were so excited
Yes.
and we wrote our stories.
Uh-huh.
And then the instructor was Nandita.
Uh-huh.
Nandita started reading out those stories.
Okay.
After one or two people, we were
Uh,
not willing to share our stories.
oh.
We were not willing to share our stories because we understood. There's
Yes.
nothing about right and wrong,
Hmm.
but
Nothing.
it shows you who you are.
Exactly.
And forget about hiding it from someone else. You
Hmm.
yourself were shocked. Oh, I have this kind of thing inside me,
Yeah.
and that is, which is where I personally do not conduct TAT even during my sessions. I do not conduct TAT.
Okay.
I can do RSI, PSI, all those things, but I
Yeah.
don't get into TAT. And I tell them, this is it. I have no confidence on what I assume or what I
Okay.
presume how correct it is, because I'm not a psychologist. I will give my observation based on whatever I have read,
Exactly. Exactly.
which is not right, because what I have read is so limited.
Even while writing the result for those 108 teachers,
Hmm.
I had wrote down the disclaimer. Whatever I am giving the feedback, you
Hmm.
have to go to the practicing psychologist.
Correct.
Why? Because I'm not a certified psychologist. Okay, I'm
Exactly.
there to teach you something about your life.
See,
But somewhere when we
at best,
counsel the
at
person,
best, at best,
yeah,
I can teach the method. I cannot teach psychology.
exactly.
Hmm. So, anyways, so those are psychometric tests, which again used to evaluate your behavior.
One thing I just like to
Uh,
add over here, it is just coming in
okay.
my mind right now.
Hmm.
Before completing this psychometric,
Hmm.
Rorschach or ink blot test is widely used by
Hmm.
psychologists.
Hmm.
So it is also recommended for competency assessment as a
See,
part
I'll
of
tell you what.
psychometric
I'll tell you
assessment.
what. If you
Yeah.
talk of assessment center,
Okay.
generally these psychometrics are not used in that. When
Acha.
it comes to assessment center,
Mm-hmm.
there are separate assessments that are done.
Okay.
I will share a recording of, we did a session on assessment center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I have a friend of mine. She has been ex Accenture and ex G and ex uh, I think IBM.
Means mostly the all these MNCs.
Correct, correct. So she
Yeah.
is basically into organization design and assessment center.
Okay.
She creates assessment centers. She creates psychometric assessments. So she
Okay.
did a session for all the trainees.
Ah,
She
ah,
said, "No, we don't use these psychometrics. There are
okay.
situations, and
Hmm.
based on situations, we create assessments."
Acha.
So it's like the kids are playing. Now you want to check
Hmm.
certain thing, and so you create some test. No, oh
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no, show me how to jump. So you want to see whether a kid can jump or not. So
Yeah.
we can create to excite them. We can create
Hmm.
a jump. You jump from here and you get this chocolate.
Okay.
We excite them. So it's
Yes.
basically creating those kind of assessments is what they do.
Acha.
It is not a standard psychometrics that they use,
Hmm.
because they don't want to see at that stage the personality attributes and characters. That
Okay.
is a different assessment, because in assessment
Okay.
center they want to assess how is the performance and where is the gap. How is this person performing?
Perform. Yeah. Very right.
See, your psychometric only tells about the potential, what this person
Hmm.
can do.
Yes.
But
Ji.
assessment center is used to assess what this person is doing.
Doing.
So it is much more than a psychometric there.
Hmm.
Like that TV program comes from Big Boss. Thus
Yes.
that
Very
game
true.
that the games that they are created there. It is nothing less than an assessment
Uh-huh.
center. They bring out the
Assessment
real
center.
character in you. A
Yeah.
psychometric assessment might not bring out this character in you, but those tasks, those tests that they create,
Yes.
brings out your real character. and
Exactly.
and that is what assessment center is, right?
Very
So
in-depth things are there.
correct. So if you see, this NDA we spoke about, the assessments that they create are very different,
Yeah.
whether whether it is physical ability,
It's
mental ability, teamwork. They create those situations. Assessment center is all about those
exactly.
situations. They create situations, and you are asked to, uh, perform in those
Showcase your
situations.
potential for that.
Correct, and that showcases them,
Exactly.
who you are, or how you are going to react
How
or
you will
respond to
react to
that.
the particular situation.
So
Exactly.
those are assessment centers. Hmm.
I will never forget this very simpler way definition of this assessment center. It's very
Hmm.
true.
Okay,
Great learning for me.
thank you. So now this is the competency assessment is a process in which an assessor or a line manager works with the trainee so as to get an idea about the competence of employee in the organization.
Even the person from Bangalore, he is also very good in this assessment, I think.
Hmm.
Siraj Rahman.
Okay. Siraj, I have heard this name. He works with
Yeah,
the.
he's from Bangalore itself.
I've heard this
IH,
name.
IHRD. I
Okay.
had done assessment center and development center from him only.
Acha. So I heard
In a
this
very
name.
simpler way. Yeah.
Hmm. So anyway, so it
ICT
is
chapter president also from Bangalore.
okay, okay, okay.
Sorry.
So now this is a lengthy process. A trainee is required to use various tests and assignments such
Yeah.
that she gets abundant opportunity to showcase his skill and competencies to the organization.
Yes.
So again, it is not a standard test. These are situations that are created to identify, evaluate, assess a particular ability or particular performance. The following people can assess the competencies: the person employee being assessed, person's manager, subject
Yeah.
matter expert, assessment center, and 360-degree feedback.
360-degree feedback.
So all these things are used to evaluate and assess. Now, what are the benefits of competency assessment? It's a continuous process of building knowledge and skills. The employees can get national recognized qualification to encode a training program, assess and map different competencies of each and every individual employee of their organization. It helps them to chart down the expansion plan of the business. Now, as I told you earlier also, that the recent survey of by Gartner has brought this
Ji.
out, I think more than 65% of the CHROs have accepted
Yeah.
that they have no visibility of the skill pool in their organization.
Okay.
For them, the biggest challenge is building up a leadership pipeline. Rather, they
Yes.
say it does not exist, and this is majority of them. Why it does not exist? Because they themselves are not aware of what skill and what talent pool they have.
We required. Yeah.
They do not have proper assessment frameworks to know about each and every individual.
Yes.
All they know is the qualification. So even the talent pool that is being created, you have qualification of the individual, you have the experience, and
Yes.
and and whether he is able to achieve his goals or not. These are the only three things, right? But
Very.
do you actually know what are the strength in an individual? or what are the strengths in each and
Mhm.
every individual that you have. That very few
Uh,
organization. In fact, there are few managers who are well skilled, who can identify the real
yeah.
potential in your people, but not everyone can do that.
Yes.
So, when I look back at my corporate career, where I reached and where I started, there is no connection between them. My journey that I
True, sir.
started as a trainer was an accident. I'd never even dreamt of being a
Okay.
trainer. I never had that confidence that I
Yeah.
can be a trainer. It was just
Yeah.
that, I was offered, become a lab instructor and you are only
Mhm.
responsible to manage the discipline in the lab.
Yeah.
And it all started. So I was also, in fun, ki fine, I just have to monitor it. But when the students started calling me sir and started asking me questions, I had to prepare for
Ji.
them. And that's where the journey
Yeah.
began. But yes, I've been, blessed because I have got bosses who identified the potential in me, and they
Potential.
kept giving me the challenging assignments.
Ji. Ji.
And those assignments, and so they gave me the challenging assignments and I just, gave my 100%. That's how I grew, and I kept learning and I kept growing there. So,
Yeah.
but I was blessed that I had managers who could read my potential.
Yes.
Otherwise, I would not have come to this place, kuch or I would have been doing
Exactly.
something else. So that's how it is, and that's how this competency assessment makes a lot of difference. You get to know
Yeah.
who your people are, what their real potential and strengths are, and then you know where you can use them.
Yes, sir.
And so organization in any which way. Tomorrow you need a new person, you may
Mhm.
not hire a new person because there is someone else in the organization who has lesser workload, but he has enough
Yeah.
potential to do this new job. So instead of going out and hiring someone from outside,
Ji.
you can take them from there, no? So that how
Yeah.
it helps.
Internal candidate.
So that's how this competency frameworks or assessments help you. It's a learning cycle that keeps happening.
Yeah.
The gap analysis happens. Gap analysis tells you what are those skill gaps. You create a learning plan. You
Ji.
do the training programs, review and evaluate, and again it's an endless learning.
Yes.
The requirements keep changing and you keep learning, right?
True, sir.
Now, what is the process of assessment or competency assessment is? It all begins with self assessment. You have to assess your potential, your abilities, or your skills, whatever you call it. So you self assess yourself, your assessor reviews you,
Yeah.
then you both discuss and identifying what are the development needs.
Yes.
Then you go, whether you get on the job learning or whether you go to a classroom training program, off the job learning program, you
Ji.
attend those program, acquire those skills, and reassess yourself. And the cycle goes on till the time you get the the qualification or the capabilities that you need or that the job requires, right?
Right.
This is how templates are filled.
Template is there.
The team member name, who is the assessor, what is the date of assessment, and then what are those
Mhm.
competencies that you are trying to evaluate. He provide clear and confident direction. Now these are leadership competencies. Develops
Yes.
individual and turn objective. Now these are those competencies that you are looking to develop in individuals, and
Ji.
you evaluate them against this.
Yeah.
NDs needs development, approaching competence. C is competent, HC is highly competent, E is exceptional.
Means
So
five
you
ratings are there.
correct, and you see where exactly an individual stands.
Yeah.
ND, AC, CHCE. So if it is less than, let's say, the job that you are doing at this stage, you must be at C,
Yeah.
but your assessment says you are an ND or AC. So we
Yeah.
create a plan, a program to bring you to this level.
Yeah.
What is the expected level of competence and what is your current level of competence? The
Okay.
difference between the two is your learning gap or a training gap. And a suitable program is advised to you to bridge this gap.
Yes.
Now, this is a gap in your performance.
Yeah.
Your expected performance level is competent. If the day you achieve competent, then you look for the next level, that is your growth. The level at which you are working, you are supposed to be competent and you are competent, good. But now you're looking for growth, no?
Yes.
So probably next level needs, high degree of competence. So again, there is a gap. Again, you create a roadmap, build those abilities, and then evaluate yourself. And this is how the succession planning is done in organization. This is how the development is done in the organization. Let's say you are working at a particular grade, you are
Yeah.
doing a job. Let's say you are a manager,
Yeah.
but you want to become a general manager now. Your
Yes.
competence level is expected to be competent, and you are competent. So you are competent means you are doing good in that position. But since
Yes.
you are looking for a growth, what is the level of competence for that next level that you are aspiring to be
Mhm.
become? And that is HC. That there is a gap. So you start building your potential for the next level. And
Yeah.
once you display that potential, company can look at promoting you.
Mm. True.
See,
It's a succession
this
planning.
is a big myth where we feel no, if I have achieved my goals, I deserve a promotion.
Okay.
But that is not right. What you have achieved, you are anyway supposed to do that. That means you have justified your current position. But if you want to make yourself eligible for the next position, you have to showcase that potential in you.
Exactly.
So that is what the gap is and how you build that. We'll move ahead. How do we create it? So again, as we said, we conduct a job analysis with the primary goal, where the primary
Yeah.
goal is to gather what are the key behaviors necessary to perform their job. What are those key behavioral parameters? Then, using the
Key.
result of job analysis, a competency based job description can be developed. With a competency based job description, you can begin mapping the competencies throughout the organization or department. The competencies of this respective job description become your factors for assessment on the performance evaluation. Using competencies will help guide you to perform more objective evaluation based on displayed or not displayed behaviors. Taking the competency mapping one step further, you can use the result of your evaluation to identify in which competencies individuals need additional training and development. This will help you focus your training needs on the goal of the position and company and help your employees develop forward the ultimate success of the organization.
Yeah.
Right? So basically this is how the competency maps are done.
You're done. Yeah.
The approach is the so this is what we did in this session.
Yeah.
We understood about the competency mapping, the different approaches of competency assessment, the different methods that are used, why we assess or why is this competency assessment so important, or basically why the assessment centers are used, and then finally the process, the steps on how we do it. Now
Exactly.
these are few things that I think you have done in the past,
Yes.
but I don't know, if there were anything new that were added to it or not. But yes, this is a more, we are getting into a more,